Dudes, HW here, how you doing? And I'm here to tell you everything you need to know about the brand new 2.0 Kemper profiling, the new resonance control, how it all works on the MK1, everything you need to know about the new update. I was lucky to get my hands on this a little bit early and check it all out, and I can tell you this is like a new era of Kemper. I am the most excited about this than I've ever been about any update. It is really a game changer, okay? First off, super accurate 2.0 profiling. I want to show you right now. I've got a deluxe reverb up here. It's mic'd up in the next room. Let's create a profile. This is one I created earlier. Let's just make one right here. Now, to do a 2.0, you've got to be plugged in to Rig Manager over here. So I'm plugged in. So once I'm plugged in, I've got 2.0 selected already on my computer. I'm just going to go ahead and let's just make a liquid right now because I want deluxe tremolo channel. I'm going to do the gain reference, and I'm on 5. So boom, let's start the profiling. All right, and we're done. No more refining with Kemper Profiling 2.0. So here is the Kemper amp. Let's try it on the bridge position. Okay, not only do we have more accuracy in profiling, but I'll tell you, playing it, there is an added three-dimensional sort of breath. There is a real difference that you feel. I'm going to go back to another profile that I created, a liquid profile that I created of this same amp at very similar settings. I think I was using a little different mic placement. You'll hear that. And a couple other little adjustments, like multiple mics and stuff. But it sounds really good. But if I can describe it in one word, there is a width, a new wide sort of character, a 3D, a new dimension, almost like a little layer has been taken off of the existing profiling, and it's clearer. It is more breathy, more airy, and overall just more amp-like. I'm really enjoying playing these with the kind of normal effects I use. Yeah, it is really amp-like and really fun to play and really beautiful. Okay, so that's 2.0. We also have, the 2.0 gives us this new resonance control. So if we hold down the cab button here, we can see resonance frequency and reso intensity. This is the resonance frequency calculated in Profiling 2.0 of the actual cabinet we're using. Mine is rather low because I'm using an open back cabinet. It's another older deluxe that's in the booth right now. And the reso intensity actually allows us to not only adjust the frequency where sort of the resonance frequency of the cabinet is, but how much of that resonance we want. So this is really useful because you can kind of think of it at first glance like a low-end control, but really with this 2.0, the low end is so much clearer. You actually can dial in lower low end and more low end than maybe you are used to doing on your Kemper without really getting muddy. I'm going to put this back to 2.5, and now I'm going to change the frequency. First, I'm going to raise the frequency up to like 100. If I just want to make my sound a little like more clear, I can actually move that resonance up. I still get the same kind of amount of bass, but I'm able to change the resonance of that cabinet, almost like maybe turn it into something more like a closed back cabinet by turning it up. And man, it's beautiful. I can give myself more of that. And man, I got to tell you, that bass, you might think, oh, that's too low. I don't need bass below 100. And usually in a mix, that would be correct. But the added clarity of this 2.0 thing, it really just, it sounds like the amp. You can hear a bigger breath, just like a 3D. There's almost like it's more space to hear, so you can hear all the frequencies more clearly. All right, now you may be thinking, HW, that sounds great. You're clearly very excited, but I have an older Kemper. I have an MK1 unit, and I haven't bought an MK2 yet. Can I play these new 2.0 profiles on my MK1 unit? I have an MK1 right here and an MK2 right here, and I've actually been experimenting with this. Short answer is yes. You can take 2.0 profiles and play them on an MK1 unit or the older Kemper that you probably already own. Here's the only problem. They are down-resed. See, the new 2.0 profiles require sort of the extra power of the MK2 units. And that extra power, that processing power, it allows the 2.0 profiles to be played at their full resolution. So it feels like there's an added clarity. There's an extra touch sensitivity. There is a breathiness, a 3D quality, whatever you want to use to describe it. The MK2 is really a huge improvement. The MK2 playing the 2.0 is really just a huge improvement over classic profiling, and it's a huge improvement over playing even a 2.0 profile on the older units. Now, you can play them, and they sound good. And I will tell you, they sound better than classic profiles. The new 2.0 profiles put on the MK2 unit have a very similar EQ, but again, they have a bit more of a squashed feeling, if that makes sense. It just feels down-resed, not quite as wide, not quite as 3D. I'm going to show you what that sounds like, but before I do, let's look at kind of the three scenarios that we have now. We have this profile on an MK2 Kemper, and I want to show you what the classic profiling sounded like. I set this amp up and I made it with the same settings and everything. I want to show you 2.0 versus classic, and then 2.0 on the MK2 versus 2.0 on the MK1. First, let's start with 2.0, and here is on an MK2 with the full resolution. Okay, that is 2.0. Here's a classic profile made right at the same moments. That does not sound bad. It does not sound bad at all, and I could be very happy with that sound, and I was very happy for a long time. But once you play the new stuff, you really hear just the added depth. There's a clarity. It just feels like a blanket got lifted right off. All right, now let's see what happens when we take the exact same 2.0 liquid profile that I created of this deluxe reverb. Let's first hear it in full resolution on the MK2 unit, and then let's hear what it sounds like when it's down-resed on the MK1, and let's see what the difference in sound and tone actually is when we're playing the guitar. Here is the full resolution MK2 unit. Now let's hear it on the MK1. I gotta tell you, playing it, the MK2 is just noticeably more lively, open, airy, amp-like, natural. I don't know what other buzzword to give it, but it is such a noticeable difference. I really, really highly recommend that you guys check out the MK2. I think I said it before, but a really great way to do that is to check out a player unit, hear the difference, and you might want to get a big boy too. But I really like the player. It's a fantastic Kemper. The MK1 still sounds just as good as always, but the MK2 is kind of like just All right, that is everything you need to know about the new 2.0 Kemper profiles. And one more thing, the player unit can actually create these as well. I want to make that clear. It's not, even though it's called the player unit, the player can actually create 2.0 profiles as well. So if you do want to, recapture your own amps, if you do want to try these out, the player is going to give you the ability to sort of make your own profiles in 2.0. You can still use them on your other Kemper, maybe your bigger unit or whatever. But even though it's called the player, it's actually, it's a full profiler at this point. It plays them, but it also can create these new 2.0s, which is really cool. I'll do a video on how to create 2.0 profiles with the player very soon, and I'll have a bunch more Kemper videos. You guys are going to love this. You're going to love having this in your hands. Go enjoy it. I've been HW. It's a new era, dudes. It's a new era. It's a good time to be a guitar player, man. It really is.